Hi there, Mr. Nichols here. We're going to talk today in Math 1094, page 39 through all the way through all the conversions of all the temperatures. So you can read this information here on page 39, and then it talks about our conversion formula, and you can see the example. You notice that they use 9/5, and here they took 9/5 of 70. I'm going to show you a little bit easier way you can do that. So first, that if you go on to YouTube and you look at the discovery of the thermometer, or you can Google, or so you can go to YouTube and look at information about Fahrenheit, Celsius, and Kelvin, which were all famous scientists and added to how we measure temperature. This one is a really cool one. I showed my physical science class that, and they enjoyed it. So let's look at something real quick here, and we're gonna look at the first formula, which is when you have when you want to find Fahrenheit and you have the Celsius. All right, notice they put 9/5 the Celsius here, right? The Celsius temperature. Well, dealing with 9/5 might be hard, so here's a little bit easier way to figure that out. We're going to rewrite this. So we're going to say temperature, and the subscript F means Fahrenheit. So we want to find the Fahrenheit if we have the Celsius. We could say 9 times the temperature in Celsius divided by 5, and we're going to add 32 to that. So we're going to find out first the conversion for Celsius and add 32. So if we have the temperature is 64 right here, what we're going to do is that we are going to take 9 times 64, that's our measurement, and divide it by 5. All right, so we have, this is going to be 864 equals 864 divided by 5. So here, I'll put my calculator up here so we can see. So we have 9 times 64 divided by our 5 equals 115. That's all right. Yes, 115.2, and then we add that to 32. So we're going to add this to 32. 32 equals 147.2. And what is this degrees? This is degrees in what? In Fahrenheit. Okay, so that we just took it and rewrote a little bit. Sometimes doing it 9 times this and then dividing by 5, we're doing exactly the same thing. But in your calculator, in some places, the 9/5 might, your 9/5 might be, they say multiply by 1.8, which is okay, but you lose a little bit with the decimal points. All right, so here I did 9 times the centigrade, the degrees in centigrade, divided by 5, okay, is 115, plus 32 is 147.2 is our final answer. So on the next couple pages, we have the conversion to our Celsius right here. So we're going to do from Fahrenheit to Celsius. If we have the Fahrenheit, this is the one we use. Now notice very carefully that we have the parentheses here. So we're going to take this answer, we'll do whatever's done, PEMDAS, do what's in the parentheses, and then we're going to multiply it by 9/5. So we can rewrite that as 5 times minus 32 divided by 9. So we can do the same thing here with this one. We can say for number 1 on page 41, okay, so this is on page 41. All right, so we're going to take this, so we can go ahead, and I think you can see my calculator there. Let's clear that out. So we are going to say, we're going to take this one here, and we're going to say 5 times 40 minus 32 divided by 9. So that is 5 times 8 divided by 9, which is 40 divided by 9. So are my calculators here? So 40 divided by 9 is 4.44 degrees. What are we looking for? Where's our formula? Right here. We are looking for our Celsius. So it'll be a Celsius. So make sure we mark it. All right. So those are those two. You can rerun this and write it down. Write down our new formula here. Our new formulas, if it's easier for you. All right, so let's look over at the other side and let's look at our Kelvin. So if we have our centigrade and we want to go to Kelvin, we just take sorry, I have these backwards. So if we have our Kelvin and we want to go to centigrade, okay, Kelvin to centigrade, we're going to go ahead and we have our Kelvin. We're just going to subtract that from 273 and we're going to get our centigrade. Now, if we want to go the other way, centigrade, oh man, there you go. Centigrade to Kelvin, we're just going to add 273. Now, there's no conversion from Kelvin to Fahrenheit. What we have to do is we have to go through centigrade. So if we want to go from Fahrenheit to Kelvin, we have to go from Fahrenheit to centigrade, centigrade to Kelvin. So we have to do two different calculations. Same thing, going from Kelvin to Fahrenheit. We have to go from Kelvin to centigrade, from centigrade to Fahrenheit. So we have to do two there, no matter what. I hope this was easy for you or good for you. Thank you.